Welcome back everyone to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill and today we'll be taking a closer look at a collaboration done with Sporty and Rich and the Adidas team on the lovely Handball Spezial, and this is in the Pantone Green colorway. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome in. Be sure to hit that subscribe down below if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these unboxing and styling segments. Today we're going to be talking about another color combination that dropped for the Sporty and Rich collab with Adidas on the Handball Spezial, and this did release in 3 different colorways. I decided to opt out of going for the pink tone, but today we're going to be going over the Pantone Green. I also brought out a Samba and a similar green tone just to kind of compare the two, as well as the chocolate brown hue that released alongside of this one. So we'll start off with the overview, jump into size and fit, followed by how I style this really vintage looking sneaker. Then we will conclude with how these are currently doing on the resale market. So let's jump right into it. For those of you who are hardcore Handball Spezial fans, this is one of the highest quality sneakers I've seen from Adidas when it comes to this specific silhouette. I haven't really been doing this silhouette on the channel yet, but I think you are going to be seeing a lot more in the future because I'm pretty much obsessed with this specific sneaker. As far as the texture and quality goes, I will say in comparison to my Samba here, which is just a GR Samba, the texture of this suede is so much better. So they gave us a bit of a higher quality suede texture on this one. This is a bit thinner and just not as thick to the touch. Let me just bring this up to the camera so you can kind of see both of those textures side by side. It is a slightly different green as well. This is a darker shade. I do like this green that they gave us. In the light, it's very, very light in tone. I thought it was going to be more of a deeper, darker evergreen shade, but it is more of a vintage green, almost as if it has been kind of more worn in over time and has aged. Then I've decided to lace these up actually with the cream set. It actually was initially started with this green hue, which I think would leave it a bit more monochromatic. But for me, I felt like I wanted to add a bit more dimension to give the laces a bit more of a pop off of the tongue, since the tongue is already all covered in that Pantone green. We're also getting that really high quality suede throughout the tongue. And then we've got the Sporty and Rich branding as well as the Adidas dual logo on both tongues on each of those stitch tags. And then the interior is in a nice satin ivory hue. As far as the lace tips go as well, I love these lace tips. Makes it much easier to actually lace up the sneaker, but you're getting some high quality lace tips here that are metal to the touch in ivory, and it has Sporty and Rich's logo on each. All right, so let's take a look at those details and then move along to the side panels. Wrapping around the side panels, we've got underlays of that Pantone Green suede and then overlays of this nice cream finished leather. Has a bit of a sheen to it as well when it hits the light on the 3 stripes, and you're getting that on both the medial and lateral side of the sneaker. And then we've got Sporty and Rich's logo embossed inside of that nice Pantone Green suede. On the back of the heel, we're also getting more of that same exact kind of cream smooth leather that has a little bit of a sheen to it, with again Adidas embossed here in that nice pop of green tone. The interior is also very high quality. We're getting a insole that actually is fully covered in leather material, and then we've got the dual branding in that same shade of green. Also, just to kind of give it a more luxe feel, you are still getting that satiny texture on the inside of the collar, the same texture that you're getting behind the tongue itself. As far as the midsole and outsole goes, it is completely covered in the gum bottom, which again, I just think really brings the sneaker together and gives it that vintage vibe. In comparison to the chocolate brown, I kind of like them both for different reasons. I feel like it's kind of like pick your poison. I opted out of the pink variation just because I do have a lot of pink gazelles, sambas, you name it, but these two definitely were down my line of what I really wanted to pick up for this drop. All right, so now let's take a look at those last and final details. As far as size and fit goes, I actually sized half a size down in these. I do tend to size half a size down in pretty much all of my Adidas. It is a little bit different sizing depending on what silhouette you're going for, as well as you have to consider what type of foot you have. I have very narrow feet, so if you do have wider feet, I would say stick true to size or even half size up in these. But for me, sizing half a size down works absolutely perfectly. All right, so now let's talk about how I style this nice vintage looking sneaker. I do feel like since Challengers has come out, this is such a vibe right now, very trendy. And again, I just think that this is such a comfortable sneaker in general. But for the first look, I decided to keep it pretty sporty with some nice track pants that were in a green and white tone. And then I wore a vintage green and white shirt. Then for the second look, I decided to wear some red and white striped shorts, and then I wore a simple, just plain white tee. The last and final look, dressed up a little bit with a pop of red again, but this time in a mini dress. Gotta feel so alive. Can't be free without caution. Only thing on my mind is you. right, so as far as retail goes, these retailed at $120. There's currently a little bit of resale on these between $150 to $200. All right, everyone, that is it for this unboxing and review. If you joined us for the first time, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe on your way out if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these unboxing and styling segments. That's it, everyone. Until next time, my name's Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. We'll see you on the next video.